From Iron Club in the city with a big round of applause. Bring up Lathe.
What's up, Oklahoma City? How we doing tonight? Hell yes! Nice! This is awesome. My name is Josh Lathe, as you've been informed, I believe. Maybe you've heard of me as of a few seconds ago. I recently graduated college. That's right. 4 years, all your shitty kids will take 5 to 6. Don't you wish you were my parents? Don't worry, don't pat me on the back. I'm a waiter. My shift supervisor has his master's, our bartender has his doctorate, and our chef used to be a physicist. This economy sucks. Our dishwasher was a doctor in Mexico, which, to be fair, is a GED with the exchange rate. We gotta transfer. Take a little bit off. Back in the 90s, it was only like you graduated from junior high, but we're in the crapper, what can I say? I've had just the worst luck with jobs. My first job out of college was the worst job I've ever had in my life. I cannot explain it other than the fact that I'm a good Catholic and I decided to do penance for a year. I worked at a daycare. Kids suck. I'm sure my kids will be awesome, but yours are awful. Other people's kids are the worst. I learned a couple things though. I'm gonna beat my kids liberally. I'm not gonna give a damn, because my dad didn't. You can't give a damn to beat your kid up with a milk carton. My dad beat me with an empty gallon of milk because it didn't leave bruises. Absolutely, it did not leave bruises. The only thing it did leave were missing child imprints. I used to go to school, like, have you seen this one? He's walking around, look out for him. Such a dick about it, too. In the morning, he'd just be like, hey, you want a glass of milk? I'm not gonna load the gun you have pointed at me, sir. Like, I shouldn't go into shock every time someone offers me cream in my coffee. That's all I'm saying. Like, you can mess up your kids. Another thing my parents did when I was younger, when I was a baby, if I was like crying, wouldn't go to sleep, instead of doing what like parents normally do, like read me a bedtime story, see if I'm hungry, do some humane stuff, you know, they would just throw me in the back of the car and drive around until I passed out. And that's it. So now, if wherever we are going is more than 10 minutes away, I'm out. I am not a good co-pilot. You do not want to see me flying your plane. I can fall asleep on the old I-40. Right when you get to that part where it feels like a wooden roller coaster. No chance. The other thing I learned is this country's got to get one thing under control, and that is what the hell we are naming our kids. A lot of routes I can go with this. I'm going to start with white people. You can't just use proper nouns. I'll give you an example. You can't use things like, you can't name your daughter Grapes. You can't name your son Armois. Because if you do, I hope you support gay marriage, you're going to at least one. That is an alternative life right there. Bang! He's not going to be a banker. And give your kids solid names. It's not about being the first. It's not like being on the moon. You don't want to be the first parent to spell the name Kevin, K-E-A-Y-V-H-I-N-N-Y-H. You don't want to be that person. Awful names. I wouldn't be surprised if we just started going into Pokemon names. If a mom just got out of the car like, Squirtle! Get your brother Charmander out of that car. Shows your ass. Get it out. It's weird. All my roommates are still in college, and apparently now that I'm out, they do the coolest stuff while I'm away. Just come back on like a lunch break or something, and they'd be like, what are you guys doing? This house smells like weed. And they'd be like, yeah, we're getting high and watching kitten videos. Some of you apparently have never done that. That's a Saturday. It's an all-day event. 10 to 10. You won't get sick of it, trust me. Came back a couple weeks ago, just everybody's drunk. It's like, what the hell did you guys do? Did you play a drinking game? Like, yeah, we're watching one of the Twilight films. Every time this movie sucks, we're taking a shot. Which was a lot. Twilight's one of those things where, like, I don't have to see a picture of the author. Just from reading it, I know she's ugly. Immediately. No doubt about it, an ugly person wrote this. We get it. I'm a fan of them. I can't lie. I'm Native American. What? Twilight has done more for me than the American government ever attempted to. You're welcome for the rental. By rental, I mean the country. I'll get back at some point. I'll explain. What happens is these pale, white vampires of European descent encroach on some native land. The natives get a disease that turns them into a werewolf. Which is way better than what usually happens, because normally natives get smallpox and evicted. Like normally it's like, here's a disease, get the hell out. Here's a bee, go suck it. It's the worst. It is honestly the worst. How many people we got in here with tattoos? I like it, I dig it. I have a couple in some places you can't see. Ha ha ha, maybe later. There's one, I got an owl. I'm not lonely tonight. There's one brand of tattoo that I don't understand, and you're gonna have to bear with me on this, because I know there's probably a lot of them out there. And that is a cross tattoo. They look cool. I will say that. I wish I could pull one off. I can't. I'm Jewish. That's a question I don't want to answer. It's a conversation I don't want to have. What I don't get, though, is like, if I were a big fan of like a serial killer, I don't think I'd get the electric chair tattooed on my arm.